Hi friends, welcome back to my channel, Plan with Sammy. In today's video, we are doing something a little bit different. We are doing a pen test of some new pens and really color swatching them to see which colors match the best in the Simplified planner. And so today, I have my Simplified planner. I just have a notes page that we're going to do this on, and I did it on this side of the page just so we have the colors for reference. And then I have some different pens. So I have the Simplified gel pen set. It's their gingham gel pens. They came out with these last year. And these are all of the different colors that they have. And then we have some fun things right here. So this is the Erin Condren colorful dual tip marker pack from last year. And this matched all of the old Erin Condren colors. So these are the ones that I at least am familiar with from Erin Condren. And this year, in 2026, they decided to change their colors to these. And when I saw these, I immediately thought these look like Simplified colors, like 100%. And so I decided this is the only thing I bought during their launch was these markers, because I really want to see how well they match the colors in the Simplified planner. But I grabbed out both just so we could play with some different colors. And so I also have the black dual tip marker. So that's what we're really focusing on today, is just playing with pens and kind of seeing what colors go with the Happy Stripe Simplified colorway. And so these are the colors. So we have this like navy, and then this like corn blue. I'm trying to remember what the color is. Now it's going to bug me. I have my laptop right here. Please hold. Yeah, I don't. Cornflower, that's what it's called. So it's like a cornflower blue, and I know my lighting might be weird. But this is like a cornflower blue, and then we have like their light blue, like the Carolina blue, and then we have this light teal color, and then this is May, is like a more teal in my mind. June is a green, like a green in my mind. Like this is like leaf green or tree green. Well, leaf and tree are the same. Grass green, I don't know. It's like a true green. And then we have the lighter green for July. This is like a apple or like a lime green. And then August is yellow. And then they have all their pinks. So then we have this like light pink, and then like a traditional pink, I would say. It's not too light, not too dark. And then November and December honestly look the same to me. I know November is more of like a hot pink, and December is more of like a magenta, darker pink. And so we are just gonna play with these. So I did want to show you guys first how these write the gingham markers. So we are just gonna write Simplified. I actually really like these a lot. They are really fun. I'm really sad that they didn't, like, I know their whole premise of their brand is to keep things simple, but I really wish that they would have like expanded the colorway a little bit, so like we could have more of these like teal colors in there. I don't know. That's just me. But I do have to say, out of all of the Simplified pens I have used, like their colored pens, these are by far my favorite ones. I did buy like the Pilot pens that they used to have long ago. And those ones were not my favorite. Oh no, my gold is like not, there we go. Kind of skipped a little bit. That looks off. This one normally writes good, I swear. But what threw me off is like they only have one yellow, and then they decided to do this orangey color, which I feel like you could have done like a teal color. I don't know. I just thought that was weird. Like I feel like they had navy, they had blue. I feel like you could have done like a really pretty teal. And instead they threw in orange, which I guess is fine. Okay, but that's what those look like. They write really smooth. Just a little bit about them because I have them up. Oh my goodness, on their website. It is a, I don't want to buy them. I just want to look at them. They are, so you get a pack of 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so you get these colors and then there's 2 blacks. So a pack of 8. I don't know where my other black one is. It's MIA somewhere. You get a pack of 8. They're $30. So kind of pricey for 8 pens, in my opinion, because these are cheaper than that. And so that is like really pricey, but they're fun. I am planning on using these in my planner. And so, I mean, I have them, so I might as well use them. But now we're going to, what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to write all the months, and then we're going to just like write out the colors and kind of see what goes where when it comes to Erin Condren. So I'm going to use the black, well, actually no, I'm going to use this. I'm going to use my black Simplified, and we're going to write January, and I think I'm going to give it 4 slots. But we'll do February, and then March, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and then April, May, June, 1, 2, 3, 4, July, August, September, 1, 2, 3, 4, October, November, December. And then this way we can play with the dual tip markers and kind of see where those are going to fit. So a little bit about these before we do that. These are the colorful dual tip markers they released this year. They're $24.50. And so you get since they're dual tip, you get a fine tip and a medium tip. And like I said, they're designed to match. So there's 12 of them. So there's one for each color of the new Erin Condren planners. But I decided to go rogue and buy them for my Simplified planner. Really quickly though, you cannot, just kidding. So they, at least what I can see on the website, they don't sell these anymore. They just sell these. So just be warned, I am going to use some of these, but I think some of these colors are actually in the new pack too. But I pulled these out because I think there's some that are not. So here we go. So January is navy. And so the navies that we have sapphire. And so I am going... Okay, so... Oh yeah. So I think sapphire is definitely going to be... I'm going to write EC next to it. My January color. I feel like that's the darkest. And there is a sapphire in this one too, the older pack. So that was easy. Sapphire is January. For February, it's that corn color. And so I think I'm going to look in this old pack really quick. Because they have this Pacific. Let me make sure I spell it right. They were so nice. And put the names on the markers. That one actually looks pretty good too. I don't know. It might be hard to tell. I'm really sorry about my lighting, you guys. I actually kind of like that. I did want to see one more. Well, actually, I think that's more teal. Let me look at Dusk really quickly. And this is from the new pack. Ooh. I feel like... I'm trying to look at it. So it's like a darker... I feel like Pacific is more gray. And Dusk is more blue. So I'm leaning more towards Dusk for February for Simplified. Which is interesting. Now I want to try Royal Blue. Just for fun. There's like a weird thing on there. I don't know where it went. Now that's hard. I feel like Royal Blue might be a winner. I feel like you couldn't go wrong with either Dusk or Royal. But that's just me. And looking on the website too, the colors look different. I'm gonna do this. Let's see. I think what I'm gonna do is we're gonna do Royal for February, and then I'm gonna do Dusk. Let me do that again for March, because March is like their Carolina blue, and I don't have another Carolina, like I don't have a light blue in the old pack. This is more green, but it's called Seafoam. Yeah, no. That's definitely more green. It's really pretty though. It actually might be pretty for another month. Okay, so far, definitely Sapphire. So I'm not gonna star that one because that one's obvious. But for February, if you're looking at pens to match the tabs, I would do the Royal EC. And then for March, I would do the Dusk. April is teal, and they don't really have, well, they do have this one. They have one tealish color. It's called Mermaid. And I actually do like that one. They also have in the old pack Aquamarine. I'm just gonna write Aqua. But I feel like that's darker. And then they also have oh, I already did Mermaid. I'm trying to think of the other colors, but never mind. So I actually think we're gonna do Mermaid for April. And then this aqua color definitely is darker. So we're gonna do that for May. I think that looks a lot better. I'm gonna zoom in a little bit so you guys can see. So that's good. The Aquamarine is in the old pack. I'm wondering if you can get these on Amazon. I'm gonna hurry and look. Because I don't want to like recommend you guys stuff if you can't get it on the website. I would feel bad. It looks like they have some dual tip markers, but it doesn't look like they have the pack that I'm talking about, which is really frustrating. But I mean, they might have them. They might bring them back to the EC website. I don't know. But anyways, let's continue. So for June, it's green. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little sad that June is green because that's my birth month. And I don't like green. Like I do, but I don't know. I just don't like that shade of green, I guess. We're gonna try the Jade. I feel like that's too dark. But then I feel like this one, this is from the old pack. It's called Apple. I actually like that one better. That one looks good. So we'll start that one. But then my only problem is that we don't have one for July. We don't, because there's so many yellows in the new pack versus, and in the old pack there's only that one green, which was the apple, and then the only two greens in the new one is the jade and the, yeah, and that's so lime green. That's really frustrating. I have a mild liner that would match, but we're gonna keep going. There's no color for July, unfortunately. You could, of course, use just that same green if you wanted to. The apple green or the jade green, whichever one you have or decide to use. But it's just not going to work. They don't have a light green. You could always just use your Simplified pen too if you have one of those. This is a green mild liner. That matches. So you could definitely get like a thin mild liner to match that in the green color. moving on to August, they have so many yellows, but I think I'm gonna look at mustard first. Yeah, that's what that's called. I like how dark that one is. And then they have butter. Which you can barely see. I don't like butter. They also have nectarine, but I think this is more of an orange. Yeah. Yeah, that's more of an orangey color. And then in the old pack, their yellow is called Dandelion. Which honestly, I kind of like that one too, but I think, well, let's look. It is kind of more of a dandelion color. I think I would either do this one, but then my number 2 would be mustard. I don't like butter at all, and nectarine is too orange. But I like dandelion, and I could be wrong too. Either of them could work. Okay, for September, we're gonna look at all their pinks now. And this is honestly where I was like, oh, this is like Simplified all the way. So this first one is Petal Pink. I actually really like that. It's kind of darker. It's like a peachy color, but it has a little bit warmer tone to it, I feel like. Or maybe a cooler tone, I don't know. This is from the old pack, and it's called Blossom. It's lighter. But they're essentially the same color. I feel like you could pick either one of those. And it would be fine if I were to pick. I think I would do the Petal Pink just because it's a little darker so you could see it. But that's just my personal preference. Okay, on to October. We have Candy. Yeah, that's what this is called. And this is honestly probably my favorite one so far. I really like this color. It's really fun. Yeah, I think that would match well. And then November, Taffy is the next one. Which it is kind of more red. It's given more red vibes. And that's not red. I'm gonna try this one. It's called Salmon. Which is also red-ish, not as red. That's definitely, I guess it is like a darker pink though. I feel like I'm leaning more towards the salmon. Let me look at the fuchsia one, because fuchsia is December, and that's the darkest of them all. Yeah, I feel like if you did go off of these, I think that you would have to do either salmon or taffy for November, and then fuchsia for December, just because of the pinks. Like, you can barely tell, but I feel like that fuchsia is more purple. Maybe fuchsia is supposed to be more purple. I don't know. But that's the vibes it's giving me. I honestly think, where is it? My mild liners are kind of just all over the place. I'm trying to see if I have a pink one lying around, but it don't look like I do. Or if I do, it's hiding. Yeah, I don't see one. I have like a purple pink. But I don't have my pink. It's fine. Oh, actually I do. It was hiding. This is fuchsia. It is more purple. Never mind, than pink. So yeah, like, this is also a Simplified pen. That's pretty pink. And then they have this light one, which I don't even know if they carry these anymore. But these are like their fine tip markers. Now I'm curious. Sorry for that tangent. Yeah, they don't carry these anymore. So those are options if you have them. But anyways, those are the new dual tip markers. Looking through the lens of someone that is using these for a different planner that's not Erin Condren, you definitely have options. And you're going to probably have to repeat some colors or mix and match containers for colors, but I am actually really pleased that, like, it really does almost fit the Simplified color scheme, like 100%. It's kind of funny. And also, let's look at this. There's no bleed through on any of them. There's some like bumpiness, but that's because I'm like super heavy-handed. And it's really more the gel pen than it is the actual dual tip marker. And so, anyways, let me know what you think. If you have any other color suggestions, leave them down in the comments below. But I just thought this would be fun to kind of just swatch out some colors for fun with you guys. And kind of see like how these match up with the Simplified colors. Because like I said, when I was watching all of the Erin Condren sneak peeks, I was like, this is giving Simplified vibes so much. And it honestly almost made me want to buy an Erin Condren planner, but then I was like, no. If I did, it would have been the horizontal, but they messed that up. So we are Team Simplified 100%. And we'll just use the markers because they match so well. And Simplified has great pens, but not enough to last you the whole year, like Erin Condren. But anyways, you guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Let me know, like I said, any other marker ideas, pen ideas you have down in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video and hit subscribe so you don't miss any of my planning content here on YouTube. And until next time, guys, I'll see y'all later. Bye.